What's good, y'all? It's your boy Neezy, back with another video, man. Now in today's video, I want to explain the importance of fasting, chosen ones. Anyone watching this video, I want y'all to understand, a lot of the Matrix has programmed us to think that fasting is just something that, we do, right? But this is what our body is designed to do naturally, right? As humans, when you're fasting, you're breaking down, you're allowing your body to do what it naturally does, to break down all the junk food and all the impurities that you bring into your body, right? Because when you're fasting, it's not to lose weight, even though you might lose weight, but you're just gonna gain it back when you eat again. It's not to lose weight, it's to lose impurities when you're fasting, to lose all the junk, all the negative things that you've put into your body, right? So when you're fasting, this is a form of denying your flesh. This is a form of fleeing from temptation, because just like how we get tempted with lust, right? Woman, man, watching this video, just how you get tempted to, go be sexual immoral with that person. It's the same way you get tempted when you're hungry to go eat, right? To go eat junk food, to go eat that donut, or to go eat that freaking whatever it is, bro. It's the same way. It's temptation. So when you're fasting, you're teaching you're developing self-discipline. You're teaching your body to, you're diminishing your flesh, which is growing your spirit. You literally feel your flesh diminishing when you're fasting, like literally. And we can't be like, and like the Bible says, Matthew chapter 6, verse 16, we can't, when you're fasting, don't let anyone know, right? Don't tell people or try to show people that you're fasting for their praises, right? Chosen ones. When you're pursuing righteousness, when you're doing what's right, when you're following God, when you're fasting, whatever the case may be, don't let people know intentionally. God does not want, that's not the purpose of fasting. That's not the purpose of doing righteous things, is to please other people. Okay, you're supposed to be pleasing God. You're supposed to be doing righteousness and pursuing righteousness to allow God to work in your life and to become the best version of yourself, the version that God has ultimately created you to be, right? When you are fasting, so the Matrix, right? The society, they programmed us to think that we got to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. We got to have 3 meals a day, right? And that's why it's called breakfast, because you're breaking your fast, break fast, right? But anyways, they programmed us to think that we need 3 meals a day. This is not true. And this is why you have fat people. This is why people get fat. Not to fat shame anyone, but this is why you get fat, because they make you think you have to eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, you don't need to be eating 3 meals a day unless you're working out 3 times a day, or you're working out multiple times a day, right? Other than that, bro, 1 to 2 meals, you're good. That's all you need. Okay? The Matrix, they're going to program you to think otherwise. The government, society, right? We have to be, we can't be conforming to the patterns of this world, right? Like it says in Romans chapter 12, verse 2. So when you're fasting, you're breaking free from this world. You're breaking free from the rules of society, right? We have to be doing what society is not doing, chosen ones. And what society is not doing is they're not feeding their spirit, they're feeding their flesh. Everything is the flesh to them, right? So they're not gonna fast. They don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear this message. But I'm here to talk to the chosen ones. I'm here to talk to anybody that wants to grow in Christ, grow in spirit. You have to be fasting. This is how you're gonna tap into your higher self. This is how you're gonna allow your body to work and get rid of anything bad, anything negative in your body. Because when you're adding the junk food, it's like when you're not eating, your body's working. It's working. It's getting them toxins out. It's removing all the negative junk out of your body. When you eat, especially junk food, now you're adding more to the pile that your body is already breaking down naturally. So now you're making it harder for your body to break down these things, right? That's why people get fat, because they eat. They don't allow their body to break it down, to break down the bad stuff, right? To diminish your spirit is to grow. To diminish your flesh is to grow in spirit. To feed your flesh is to diminish your spirit. So which one are you going to choose, your flesh or your spirit, right? Your flesh is temporary. It won't be here in 80 years, probably 70, probably 60, if you're older. But your flesh is not going to be here within the next century, okay? Your soul is going to be here for eternity. When you're fasting, this is gonna help you become more, your mind is gonna be sharper. Your sexual urges are gonna suppress. All your urges to sin and feed your flesh is gonna suppress when you're fasting. Because when you're fasting, you're diminishing your flesh, you're feeding your spirit. You're becoming stronger internally. Okay? You're becoming stronger. So, you know, you're gonna find yourself able to focus more. You're gonna find your mind sharper. You're gonna find yourself, you know, with more energy when you're fasting, right? And a lot of people, they're not gonna know this unless they start fasting, because it don't make sense at first. Oh, I'm not eating, so how am I gonna have more energy? But you won't know until you actually experience it, until you actually start fasting. I'm telling y'all, your mind is gonna be sharper. You're gonna be more locked in, right? You're gonna be able to lock in more on whatever it is that you're doing. When you're fasting, your focus increases, your spirit increases, okay? Your sharpness and in-tuneness increases. Like I said, obviously your spirit increases. And the bad things are decreasing, right? Like literally, when you're fasting, like the good things are increasing and the bad things are decreasing. Your body is breaking down and getting rid of the impurities. And also you are suppressing those sinful urges of our of our fleshly desires. And like I said, there's many different types of fasting. Intermittent, right? That's if you want to, you know, let's say you're fasting for 14, 16 hours out the day, and then you have an 10 hour window to eat. You have the fruit fast, the Daniel fast, right? You're just drinking water and eating fruit, okay? Then you have the dry fast, where you don't eat or drink anything. And I've done that one before, and trust me, y'all, that one really diminishes your flesh. And then you have, you know, it's all different types of fasting. So do whatever fasting works for you. I'm not telling you, you know, to do a specific one. They all work good. So do what works for you. And not only does, you know, fasting do all these things, but it also heals your body. Fasting will heal your body of diseases or sickness or things that you didn't even know was wrong with you. Fasting will absolutely heal it. Absolutely. Fasting is what we're naturally supposed to be doing, right? And the doctors, the news, the social media, you know, the government, they don't want you to know this, man. They don't want you to fast. They don't want you to, because they're gonna lose money, right? But I'm here to tell y'all the truth, man. I'm here to tell y'all, and not a lot of people are doing this, but you have to be fasting. When you're fasting, that food is the same temptation as when you're horny and you want to have sex. It's the same thing, right? So just how you flee from temptation, you flee from the youthful desires, okay, is the same way you have to flee from the junk food, flee from, you know, eating every time you're hungry. You're starving your flesh. And what are you doing when you're starving your flesh? You're building your spirit. Y'all gotta understand, our flesh is temporary. This is not gonna matter, you know, when Jesus comes back. This is not gonna matter, bro. What's gonna matter is where your soul goes for eternity. So we have to be feeding our soul, feeding our spirit, growing in the spirit with Christ. Okay? It's not, you know, you can't always just think about it as the flesh. Just how Jesus fasted, right? For 40 days, 40 nights. So we just need to be more like Jesus, man. The more that we are more like Jesus, the more success that you'll find in your life. Okay? The stronger your relationship will become with Christ. And the more that you will tap into your higher self, the best version of yourself, okay? Your full potential. They make it seem like it's some sort of, like, you know, strange thing to fast or some sort of extraordinary. No, this is what we're normally supposed to be doing, but the government doesn't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that, man. The government does not have your best interest at heart. So if they're not promoting it, then that means it's probably in your best interest. If they are promoting it, it's probably just gonna lower your vibration, right? They don't want you to tap into your highest vibration. Okay, they don't want people to be awakened, right? But I'm telling y'all right now, if you're not fasting, start fasting. Start denying your flesh. Start fleeing from the temptations of the food. Okay? Allow your body to work the way that it's supposed to work. Allow your body to naturally break down these toxins and this junk that you're putting in it. Allow your body to do what it's supposed to do. That's what it is, man. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, if you were edified, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Until next time, it's been your boy Neezy. I love y'all. I'm out, bruh. Peace.